Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. Coming off a good night. Back-to-back good nights here. VIP went 5-2. Top bets actually went 1-2. So the top bets didn't do well, but the VIP ticket did well, which means I'm in the green. But let's put it in the past. We're on to a new day. It's Thursday now. We got 4 NBA games on tonight. Probably not going to be a ton of value, but let's dive in.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. Hey, get the Source.
First up, Denver on the road in Orlando. This is a 7 p.m. start. Total set at 233. The line is Orlando plus 6.5, and it's still at 6.5 despite everyone betting Denver. Public super heavy on the Nuggets here. Let's take a quick look at our spreadsheet. According to our model, the line for this game should be Orlando plus 0.99. That's a 5.5 point lean on the Magic. So Orlando just saw Philadelphia twice, about a week ago or so. They played them on a doubleheader, back-to-back games. The reason I want to take a look at those two games is the Sixers are somewhat close to Denver as far as play style. Both teams' offense runs through a superstar big, Embiid and Jokic. Both teams' number 2 is a point guard who can also score, Harden and Jamal Murray. Both teams take a majority of their shots at the rim. They're like 8th and 9th in the league. So, I mean, Jokic and Embiid are very different players, but overall, Denver and Philadelphia are somewhat comparable as far as offensive play styles go. So how did the Magic look against Philly? They looked great, actually. They went in, both games were in Philly, so it was back-to-back road games in Philadelphia, and they beat them the first one, 119-109. Sixers ended up taking the second one. They won by 11, but it wasn't a blowout. The point is, Orlando beat them once, lost once, played them tough in both games. Now, we know how dominant this Denver Nuggets team has been. In fact, in the past 2 months, let's say since December 1st, they're probably the best team in the NBA, if not the best top 2 or 3. But here's the thing with the Nuggets, they just seem to perform so much better at home than on the road. Since December 1st, the Denver Nuggets are 20-2 at home. 20 wins, 2 losses. Want to know how they've done on the road in that same span since December 1st? Just 4-8. 4-8. Now, it's a little misleading because in 3 of those losses, Denver rested a lot of starters, but still, it's very obvious that the Nuggets play much better in Denver than on the road, which is why I'm gonna take the Magic. I love betting this Magic team. They played Philly tough twice. Here they are back at home against the Nuggets team that struggled on the road. I'm gonna take the points. Give me Orlando plus 6.5 next game. Chicago on the road in Brooklyn. This is a 7:30 p.m. start time. Totals at 227.5. Last I look, I believe. Line was Brooklyn -3 as of 4 a.m. this morning, but it continues to drop because everyone's on the Bulls. And I mean everyone. Everyone you know is betting Chicago. Last time I looked, it was down to Brooklyn -1.5. We need to keep an eye on this one to see if it keeps dropping. Let's take a quick look at our spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Brooklyn plus 7.04, so huge lean on the Bulls. Obviously, the model doesn't mean much when it comes to Brooklyn because between the injuries and the trades, they've just thrown so many different rotations together that it's really tough to read any analytics from this team. Obviously, the lead story with the Nets is the Durant trade happened last night late. But the whole world's talking about it. I mean, who cares? I don't want to talk about that. Let's focus on the pieces Brooklyn has on the court tonight. I'm going to put Brooklyn's projected minutes up for tonight, and you can see, I mean, it really isn't that bad. You still got Nick Claxton, arguably the best young developing talent at center in the league right now. And you're still loaded with shooters out there in Brooklyn. I mean, are the Nets a threat in the Eastern Conference anymore? No, of course not. But this is still a team that can win basketball games. What do we know about today's NBA? Hot 3-point shooting can win games, no matter the talent level of your team. If your shooters are hot, you can win. One last thing to keep in mind, this line was Brooklyn -3 at 4 a.m. this morning. That's 3 hours after the Kevin Durant trade was announced. So that means, judging by that line, DeMar DeRozan most likely is going to sit again for Chicago. And if DeRozan's not there, there's really not much to like about this Chicago team, especially on the road. I'm rolling with the Nets. I think there's a new surge of energy there after the trade, all the drama. I think they win. Give me Brooklyn -1.5 next game. Phoenix on the road in Atlanta. We got a 7:30 p.m. start here. Total set at 228.5. Now this line was Atlanta -5.5, but everyone's betting the Hawks. Everyone's on Atlanta here. Line's all the way up to 7 as of earlier today. Let's take a quick glance at the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Atlanta -1.17. So obviously that's a huge lean on the Suns, but after all the trades, Suns are missing pieces tonight, so let's just throw the model out. So I actually love this spot for both teams. You got Phoenix, who's absolutely slaughtering this East Coast road trip. This will be their 4th game of this road trip out east. They're 3-0, looking to make it number 4 against a Hawks team that just beat the shit out of them in their own building about just over a week ago. But then on the other side, you got Atlanta, finally healthy. Capella's back in the lineup at full strength. Trae Young no longer has a questionable notation next to him. They're 3-6 in their last 9, including 2 straight losses. This is a team that needs a win. How they match up on the court, well, it's absolutely nuts that the Suns, despite all their injuries, all the BS that they've gone through trying to get healthy, that they still are a top 10 defense. That's crazy. Tip the hat to Monty Williams on that one. But here's the thing, for tonight, they're out even more pieces. Both Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson are gone. They play for Brooklyn now, and the pieces they got, Durant and TJ Warren, they're not playing tonight. They're out. And also Devin Booker, who just returned from injury the other night, he's sitting. He's not playing tonight. So yeah, in a week or two, this Suns team is going to be looking better than any Suns team we've seen all year. But as far as tonight goes, this is a razor-thin team. I mean, they have no bench tonight. It's tough to really swallow the idea of laying 7 points to a team that plays defense at such a high level like Phoenix. But with that bench, I think I'm on Atlanta here. What I plan on doing is I'm going to put like a half unit, a few dollars on Atlanta -7, and then I'm going to wait till about 7-8 minutes into the first quarter. I think the Suns' first unit, their starting 5, should be able to go back and forth and play Atlanta tough. But when it comes time to bring in that second unit, Atlanta is just going to have the severe talent advantage. So what I'm going to try to do is I'll put a half unit on Atlanta -7, and I'm going to try to get another half unit on Atlanta live at a better number. Next up, Bucks at Lakers, 10 p.m. start. Totals all the way up at 238.5. Line was Lakers +5.5. It's all the way up to 8 now, and everyone's on Milwaukee. Let's take a quick look at our spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Lakers +7.25. But this Lakers team, with all their trades and all the different lineups, let's just throw the model out for this one. All right, so this line has moved from 5.5 to 8 in just a couple hours, just like the Utah-Minnesota line did yesterday. And what did I say? Minnesota's probably resting pieces. Sure enough, Anderson and Gobert sit. I think we're looking at the same thing here. 5.5 to 8 is a significant move, especially in the morning. I'm thinking one of LeBron or AD sits tonight. I will say that if LeBron and Anthony Davis are both playing and you can get this at 8, take it. That's what I'm going to do. I'll take Lakers +8 if both those guys are playing. Milwaukee has won 8 games in a row. They're on a winning streak, but 5 of those 8 wins have come by 10 points or less. I also think there's going to be a little bit of an energy boost with this Lakers team. Obviously, the new pieces they brought in aren't going to be on the court most likely tonight, but there's more of a confidence surrounding this Lakers team than there has been in the last few weeks. Update. So while I was recording this, they announced that the Lakers just traded Thomas Bryant to Denver, which I don't understand because that leaves them super thin at the 5. Anthony Davis is going to have to play like 40 minutes. I don't understand that one, but just letting you know that just happened. So I'm not making a bet right now on this one. I'm waiting to see who's going to play. I would love to get Lakers +8 if LeBron and AD play, but we'll see. I'll let you know on Twitter when I know. If you're looking for the final ticket, the top bet parlay of the day, head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. I post it up there every day, along with every other sport too. NBA Thursday, only 4 games, so nothing crazy. Hopefully we can find some value through this crazy ass trade deadline. Remember to bet responsibly, and I'll talk to you on Twitter.